SLS Jacksonville champion. Does it again. She is your 2022 champion here in Seattle. Welcome to Las Vegas, Nevada. Famous for Elvis Presley, wedding chapels, and gambling. But today, it's skateboarding. We're inside the UFC Apex, home of Ultimate Fighting, and now the site of the Street League Championship Tour Women's Finals, as 8 of the world's best skateboarders try to lock in their spots in the Super Crown Final next month in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I'm Paul Zitzer, along with Alex White. And now, Alex, we saw an incredible display of skateboarding yesterday in the prelims. Based on that, who's your pick to win here today in the final?
Well, if you don't know the name yet, Chloe Cavall, 12 years old in her SLS debut. She came out blazing yesterday. She's got a deep bag of switch tricks that helped her qualify in that #2 spot. Chloe Cavall put on an amazing performance yesterday.
She really did, but she's going to be going up against the best of the best, the 14-year-old Raisa Leal from Brazil. She has won 4 of the last 5 SLS stops. She looks virtually unbeatable. She breezed her way through prelims yesterday, qualifying in first. She has all the tricks, the style, and the confidence to get it done. So it is going to be a battle for anybody who thinks they can take it away from her. So we'll see how it all plays out in a minute, but first, let's send it down to the 3rd member of our crew, Andrew Cannon.
Thanks, gang. I'm down here on the course. This course is a smaller, more technical course than what we've seen in past SLSs, but in the women's, it is really making a huge difference. One, we're seeing more tricks getting put into all of the lines, which is really going to help the skaters with their scores, but also, I'm watching all the skaters right now in practice, and we're seeing tricks that we've never seen before being practiced and put down that hopefully we'll see them in competition today. So we're seeing progression at its finest in the moment right now. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Andrew. Now this is stop number 3 of the Smirnoff Ice Smash Road to the Super Crown. The top 4 skaters in overall standings earn a straight shot into the Super Crown final. You see those names on the top left of your screen there in yellow. And this is the last chance for the other skaters to try to claim one of those spots to Rio. And now it is time to meet the skaters here in the women's final here in Las Vegas. First skater coming in today from Japan, Funa Nakayama, the bronze medalist from Tokyo Olympics. And from Brazil, still looking for her first SLS podium, coming off a 7th place in Jacksonville, Gabriella Manzetto. And another skater from Japan, Yumika Oda, 15-year-old, had a great year so far. And the only skater from U.S. here in the finals, Po Pinson, a street skater. Momiji Nishia from Japan, Olympic gold. That's all you need to know. And 2-time SLS Super Crown champ from Brazil, Pamela Rosa. The 12-year-old skating in her first ever SLS event, going straight to the finals, qualifying 2nd, Chloe Cavall from Australia. And from Brazil, Raisa Leal. She's won everything lately. She's going to be tough to beat. Now let's take a look at the basics brought to you by Tech Deck. This is how Street League works. Consisting of 2 sections, the line section and the single trick section. Each skater gets 2 45-second line attempts, followed by 4 single trick attempts. And then the top line score and the top 2 single trick scores are added together for a skater's final score. After that round, the bottom 4 skaters are eliminated, and the top 4 go on to the super final, and they'll get an additional 2 tries. And then we'll crown our champion.
Funa, the loosest trucks in this entire final, I would bet.
And you can't tell based on looking at her style.
Yeah.
She's very, very stable on her board. But you're right. Every time we see her doing a trick, those trucks are wobbling.
Pretty cool style for Funa. Started off with a backside lip slide, then her patented frontside crux, and then a heel flip up the bank. This is similar to the line that we saw her kick off the prelims with. Tail sliding up on the bump to ledge.
But if the Japanese skaters have one signature move, it's being really prepared and strategic.
Yeah.
They're very good at coming out, doing exactly what they plan to do and staying on, and that gives them a huge advantage.
Funa is so focused in practice and things like that. I think a lot of people maybe, I mean, at this level, they're not taking it lightly, but Funa is laser focused on the course. She spends the entire practice time working on these runs, and it shows with this kind of consistency she has.
Right, and look how she finished, right on the buzzer.
Right, timed well.
Clockwork.
It's that frontside feeble. Funa, flawless first run in the finals here. And not wearing a helmet anymore.
I know. I kind of like that. It's gone. 6.3, great first run score. Yesterday in prelims, scores were low all day long.
Yeah.
So a 6.3 in relation to that is a very good score. Next in, Gabriella Manzetto from Brazil.
Okay, backside lip slide, kicking it off. Right into a crux down the hubba. Stepping it up. This is good. You know, Gabby's still looking for a podium finish. She's very frequently in the finals. Maybe today's her day. 5-0. She was looking laser sharp in practice. Frontside feeble. Perfect.
She has a fantastic style. Really loose, comfortable. When she stays on, she's a threat. But that's always the issue.
Nice 50-50. Let's see if she's got enough time to squeeze in one more trick. Only 5 seconds left. Looks like she's going to call it. Oh, maybe she's looking.
Not going to happen.
Okay, she was trying a backside tail on that in practice, so maybe she's alluding to wanting to finish a run there. Good run for Gabby. Gabby's also the only mom in the finals, probably the only mother competing in SLS recent history.
Props to Gabby.
Yeah. Got a 12-year-old and a mom in the final. There's that frontside feeble. Great angle.
And we've talked about this hubba. It's scary.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that can go wrong on it. And when they do, it's dangerous. 5.6. First line score for Gabby.
Pretty good, yeah.
Coming in next from Japan. Coming off a 2nd place in Jacksonville and then a 4th in Seattle.
Yeah, that Jacksonville stop, she got the highest single trick score in women's history with a kickflip front feeble down this massive 10-stair rail. And we know Yumika's got these big tricks in her bag, but she's also really technical.
The only thing she's missing so far is a win here at SLS.
Yeah. Won't be long.
Yeah, could be today.
Yeah, could be today. She's off to a really good start with this run. Looks like she's aiming up something big. Ooh, big little frontside board slide.
Anytime you flip your board onto a rail, there's so many different ways it can go wrong.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that pretty much killed the rest of her run.
Yeah, she did manage to rifle off a couple tricks before trying that last kickflip front board. That frontside feeble was great, and then this backside lip slide on the bump to bar. Textbook.
But we know it's better to fall early and then finish strong than to finish with a fall. And you see it reflected in that 3.1 score. So she's going to look to her 2nd line attempt to improve on that. Next in from the U.S., brand new to SLS this year, a rookie, but making 2 back-to-back finals already. It's Poe Pinson.
Yeah, Poe, a really gifted skateboarder. We kind of dub Po the street skater. Her approach, her trick selection is a little different, sets herself apart, and the judges love to see it. Fans love to see it. And Po's just great. She's really funny. Frontside tail slide on that square bar. It's actually pretty tricky to do.
And we've talked about how compact this course is, meaning obstacles are close together. You have to have quick feet, quick setups. When you land one trick, you better be set up for another, and that is a cool transfer.
Yeah, that backside 50-50. Now, she was trying a back tail during practice. Looks like she's going to hit the buzzer right now, but maybe just... So I'm wondering what the judges are going to think right there with her kind of running out of time at the end of her run versus a fall.
It was a great run.
Yeah.
She did a lot of tricks with variety. Getting a little sketchy coming out of that crooked grind, but hanging on.
Yeah, the butterflies, when you have your first trick, that first ollie is the hardest one to pop. So yeah, I think there was some work to be done on this run for Po, but she did manage to put it all down except for that very last trick. Still got a 5.8, a solid score. Now imagine what you can get if she lands that last maneuver on the hubba.
Yeah, that score could go way up. Now, reigning Olympic champion, X Games gold medalist, she too is looking for her first SLS win, Momiji Nishida from Japan.
Momiji is so beautiful to watch skateboarding. Here's that big spin frontside board slide.
Yeah, the most casual approach on the course, hands down.
Yeah, hands down, literally.
Yeah,
just
right?
Watch her hands down. And Momiji also got fresh fits all the time. I love to see what she's going to be wearing. Crooks. Oh, the frontside board slide got her. You know, I think this year we've been seeing Momiji sometimes make these little tiny mistakes in her run, and it's been costing her. But comes back with a huge heel flip down the gap.
That was beautiful.
One of the perks of this course is that it's a little bit smaller. It's got this really nice sized gap in the center, and we're seeing some flip tricks from the women.
Yeah, there's been a lot more of a street skater vibe on this course.
Yeah.
It's not just about the 11th stair massive hubba or the 14th stair rail. Mixing it up, throwing in a lot of tricks, providing a lot of opportunity for different skaters' techniques.
Yeah, it's like the right level of scary versus horrifying.
Yeah, well, and if you want to get scared, there's that option too.
Yes. I mean, just even heel flipping that gap, you know, we've kind of dubbed that the bear trap.
Yeah.
You could get hung up in that.
Waiting on that score.
Tiny waters. Just need a little water.
It's a little bit thirsty.
Little course, little waters.
5.6.
I'm really interested why the score line was a 5.6 with that heel flip in there.
Look at how close all these scores are.
Yeah, they're really smashed in there together.
Nobody separating themselves yet. But talk about somebody who can get it done. Two-time Super Crown champ, Pamela Rosa. She's a force.
I love Pamela's approach. She just powers through these courses. The big courses at SLS are no problem for her, and this kind of smaller, more compact course is also proving not to be very difficult for her. Her approach, you know, just pure speed and aggression. Yesterday we saw her run into a hubba as well.
Yeah, she got smoked by it.
Yeah.
It's good that she's even able to be on the course today after that.
Yeah,
oh,
love that big spin board, fakie.
Again, running into a rail.
You know, Pamela's like a redwood tree. You know, she needs more room to grow.
Oh, she's going to get this one in there.
Wow.
But unfortunately, it's not going to help. Gap out, lip slide. We saw her handle that double kink rail in the prelims, no problem. So to end on that note, and with, like, she made a lot of tricks, but the run was kind of clunky with all the things in the way.
Yeah.
This is a visible replay of that back 50-50, taking it across and down, no problem.
Front side big spin fakie, such a cool trick. And again, that other side there, you know, she's kind of finding herself landing in a position that's shooting her out towards another obstacle, having to reset.
And I think that 5.1, there's definitely some tenths of a point on the table if she can clean that up.
Yeah.
And if she can finish with that double kink lip slide, that'll change that score big time. Next in, the rookie, first ever SLS event from Australia, Chloe Covell.
We're all excited to see Chloe starting it off 50-50 on the bump to rail. She was working on her lines all through the practice session today. Here's that frontside flip.
That is so properly done.
That's a hallmark of a gifted skateboarder.
Right? To do it with the flick.
Yeah. She has been gifted the flick. Born with it. Crooks.
And again, she qualified yesterday in second place.
Yep.
Just straight from never having skated SLS before to almost qualifying in first.
Here's that switch front board. You know, she's going very fast, like Pamela right now, but she's aimed up all of her landing spots so well. She kind of knows where she's going to be.
Nice.
Knows where she's going to end it. There's another switch flip just for good measure.
Finishing strong there with the 50-50 across and down on that hub at 180 out.
Yeah.
Kind of sealing the deal there.
Really solid score. I mean, solid run for Chloe Cavall. I expect her to get a solid score for that.
So far, everybody's put in pretty great runs. Yumika Oda, the one minor exception.
Oh, that frontside flip. I said this yesterday, but Chloe Cavall reminds me of Leo Baker when Leo was 12. Here's that finishing move. Taking it all around, shift the shoulders, body follows.
She makes everything look really easy.
Yeah, and cool.
Yeah. 6.0, good enough for second place with one skater still to go. Yesterday's #1 qualifier. You can't say enough good things about the way Raisa Leal skates.
And she's used to being in this #1 qualifier spot all season, watching everyone skate before her and then getting to put down whatever she feels like in her run.
And she always looks so comfortable, and it looks like she's having fun,
Yeah.
which you know makes it that much easier.
And she's so gifted, so naturally talented.
Oh, the
such
variety.
a great attitude and such great variety, yeah. Backside Smith grind.
But really, the technique on her tricks is just unmatched. Nobody skates like her.
Yeah. Backside 5-0 across and down.
So, there you
Yeah.
have it. She comes out, she does the hardest tricks,
Yeah.
makes them look easy with great style. It's going to be a huge score.
Yes. You know, Raisa is so good at the run section. You almost get desensitized to the difficulty of these tricks that she's like racking down perfectly every time. I mean, even a nose grind on that little gap to rail. These are all really difficult tricks. Here's that backside 5-0 across and down. Through that kink, landing it perfectly. Expect another big score for Raisa.
6.9, there you go. New leader, Raisa Leal, doing it again here in Las Vegas in the women's final.
That'll put Raisa into the top spot for now. Still a lot of skating left here to go. We got the second line.
It's a great place to be sitting right now with the 6.9 top scorer.
Let's take a look back at Seattle, the G-Shoc time capsule. What an event that was. The course was crazy. Rose Wetzlow was on fire until she took a pretty bad slam.
Yeah, there was a lot of bad slams. This was a big, burly course, and the women really stepped it up. I got to give it to them. That hubba ledge right there, kickflip back 50 for Yumika Oda. That was such a burly trick. You know, they walked onto that course, and they were all a little bit intimidated, but everybody came through.
Yeah, but most of them took pretty heavy slams first before they stepped up and put those tricks down.
And there's Momiji there, that frontside feeble grind on that big bump to rail. It almost doesn't do justice, followed up by that frontside Smith grind down the hubba, casual as ever. And then Pamela Rosa had the do or die moment of the event. She had to have a score to beat out Raisa. She didn't manage to make the gap to nose grind, but came back with this crooks. It's a really heated exchange, a really exciting contest. The then this one right here.
Spoiling it for everyone. She had to work for it, though.
She did.
There were a few moments where I thought Pamela was going to take it from her, but in the end, Raisa stepped up and then backside tail slid that absolutely massive hubba.
Yeah.
Winner.
Huge progression, huge moment for Raisa. Really amazing contest in Seattle.
I want to shout out the crew at Skate Sense for providing us with all kinds of interesting facts and figures here at Street League this year. That's the stance frequency this season of the women's finalists. Regular and fakie tricks are 98.6%. We're only getting 1.4% of nollie and switch tricks. So hey, if you're trying to think of a strategy, there's an opening there.
I mean, I think Chloe Cavell is the 1%er.
Yeah, I think you're right.
In question in these stats.
Very regular heavy. So back to the top of the order.
So we're back into the action now, as we can see there, 45 seconds.
Funa Nakayama
take her
sitting in second place. A 7 puts her back in the lead.
She's starting off this run with the frontside crux, then going into the heel flip. This is her version number 2 of her run. Setting up her tail slide on the big bump to ledge. What she got here for the rail? Frontside feeble. Really well timed out run. She's got her placement perfect. Frontside 5-0, crossing down. That was a good place to step it up.
I was talking to Daisuke Hayakawa, the Japanese coach, earlier today. He was saying this course is tough for the skaters because they're used to bigger obstacles, much more spread out.
Right.
He said this is more of a street course.
Yeah.
And it's tough to street skate in Japan. It's not okay. You don't get to go session streets all day, every day. So they've had a little bit of problem adapting.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're good at stepping it up, though, and making it happen. But Funa leaving something on the table there with that fall on that run.
Yeah, it's an interesting observation about the Japanese skateboarding and, you know, skateboard culture in Japan versus coming here. I got to skate with Momiji. One of the first times she ever got to skate street. She was an Olympic gold medalist before she'd ever stepped foot on the streets of San Francisco, which was really cool. And
yeah, it's interesting that the culture just frowns on street skating because when you're street skating, you're smashing stuff, you're being disrespectful, and you're causing a ruckus. Gabriella Manzetto from Brazil in for her second run. She's in 4th place.
Yeah, I would love to see Gabby get a good shot at getting a podium. Her skill level is there. She's always in the finals. Frontside 5-0 there. She's a really powerful skateboarder. Really great style. Here's that frontside feeble. Kick flipping it up. The world's smallest Euro gap.
It's microscopic.
Okay, frontside 50-50 across and down.
Solid.
This is kind of what happened to her last time. Let's see if she can squeeze one more in.
She's going to do it.
Board slide. Lands it.
Okay.
That was a good way to end the run, you know, and helping up us on the Switch skateboarding stats. Maybe she just saw that stats page and she's like, you know what, we need to get those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers.
Hey, that was a great finish because it looked like she was running out of time. It looked like, maybe she's a little lost, and then turned it right around, switchboard down the rail to finish it. That was great. Fantastic run, start to finish.
Yeah, Gabby really putting it together on run number 2 here. Front 50. And here's that switchboard slide thrown in at the end of the run. Yeah, it was a great decision. Probably just split section decision to, I got 3 seconds. What can I do?
5.9.
Great, great.
So a 0.3 of a point improvement from her first run. And that puts her right up there. It doesn't change her position. She's still in 4th, but now going into single tricks, she's in striking distance. Yumika Oda coming off a 2nd place and a 4th place, looking for her first SLS win, trying to improve on her first run score of a 3.1, and you know she's good for it.
Okay, Yumika, what you got here? 5-0, starting it off on the bump to hubba, turning it back around, frontside feeble on the rail, kick flipping it up. I love her flick. Okay, Yumika. Backside lip slide. Oh.
Going into the low-Z grind on accident.
I'd love to see one of those.
I know, right?
That must be a pretty hard trick to get around and actually do. Oh, and then losing it on the kickflip front board.
That is not going to bode well for her chances of making it to the super final. You got to finish in the top 4 to get your final 2 tries and have a shot at the podium. But everybody put in a good run score with Yumika 2 points off.
Yeah. You know, if she, this is that front side feeble when she started out. If she had landed that kickflip front board in the run, that would have been a really, really good score. One of the top scores of the day. But that's what you do. You got to risk it all, you know?
Yeah, this is the finals. There's no reason to play it safe in any way. 2.4. Poe Pinson.
That's Chloe, but.
Coming in next. Yeah, that is Chloe.
There she goes, Crux.
So Poe's in 5th place.
Okay. Poe kicked out with the Crux, then, oh, frontside feeble got away from her. Okay, that's an unfortunate little hiccup in the run. Okay, coming back with that tail slide on the flat bar rail. Turning it back around. Frontside Smith grind. Dip.
So good recovery after that fall. She's got to finish strong here.
Okay, so she was going to do the 50-50, and then right there she kind of lost the plot a little bit. Let's see if she's going to try that back tail.
No. So out of time.
Yeah.
She's definitely going to stick with that 5.8 from her first line score.
Here's that replay of that frontside tail slide. You know, at least she got that 5.8 on the board because this run really didn't work out too well for her. Frontside Smith. You know, only 2 chances, Paul, at the run section, and then that's it.
I think it's great, though, that the runs do count now.
Yeah.
You have to take 1 line score, and if you don't do well on the lines, you're probably not going to win, and fair enough.
Yeah.
Momiji Nishia.
You know, a good run is the perfect measure of consistency and progression. You have to moderate your mix perfectly. Big spin front board.
And it gives a chance for the judges to see some style. It's hard to see that in one trick.
Right, right. Front 50, crossing down. It's not hard to see Momiji style.
Right. One of a kind for sure.
Crux.
Solid crooked grind. 20 seconds left.
Looking at 15 seconds.
Heel flip. Oh, she got away from her this time. She's got a couple more seconds, maybe time for one last trick. Backside Smith got away from her.
So Momiji will also be sitting with that 5.6 as we work our way towards the single trick section.
She was on her way to a really good run score there.
3 more skaters left to go here in the line section before we move into the single tricks. 3.2 is going to be the
3.2.
She's going to stick with that 5.6 score.
Cariuma fun fact for Pamela Rosa. Rosa and Raisa Leal took gold and silver at the last Women's Super Crown held in Brazil. Not a surprise. But yeah, that was the only event of the last 5 that Raisa didn't win, and it was a Super Crown. And of course, Pamela swooped in. Will we see a repeat here today?
What a good rivalry, you know?
Yeah, Brazil. Always in the hunt. So Pamela coming straight in with the double kink backboard.
Okay, flipping it up. Looking a little bit more controlled in this second run. Still hungry, still going for it. Backside 50-50 across the bear trap. Hustling it. Back over to this side. She whipping that big spin front board. Fakey, landing it, and dodging the obstacle. This is looking better.
Oh.
So at least it's going the direction she wants to go. So just kick it like a soccer ball until you get where you want to be. And then big gap to lip slide to finish.
Again.
Oh.
That's
My heart just broke. That was such a good run.
Yes.
She can't even believe it.
She is the absolute best at gapping out to lip slides,
Yeah.
Smith grinds, you name it. So not seeing it pan out here in the first runs, but she's gonna have to look to the trick section, which, hey, I'm sure we're gonna see her put that stuff down.
I love that big spin front board fakie.
I do too. 5.0 even. So she's going to stay in 7th.
So Pamela looking to do some work when we get into single tricks.
There's Chloe Covell from Australia in 3rd with a beautiful first run, 6.0. What is she going to do to improve on that?
Oh, she tried to start it off with a front board, but got away from her. That was a little interesting. It almost looked like she was thinking 50-50, and then she went front board. Oh! That's interesting little insight into Chloe's style, though. You're seeing her, you know, still wrangle tricks, even though she's messing them up. She's got a lot of talent. Crooks.
Broken grind on the flat bar. Yeah, pull it back together here in the back half of this line.
Shout out to Chase Gabor with that angle right there, the rolling
Front board, yeah.
fisheye angles.
Okay, a few more seconds here. Board slide
Yes.
through the kink over the bear trap. That is a vicious obstacle.
That's the most dangerous spot on the course.
Yeah.
Any trick on that kinked rail with the closeout bar underneath is deadly.
Okay, here's that kick flip. And, you know, she landed kind of back in the back seat there, but still managed to stay on her board, which I thought was really impressive. And here's that switch frontside board slide. Here. This is so scary, Paul.
Yeah. You gotta get on solid, or you're gonna be facing some trouble. 5.1. She's gonna stay in 3rd, but well within the range.
Yeah.
As we move into single tricks. But first, our current leader, still to skate, Raisa Leal. She has a 6.9. What is she going to do to bump that score up?
Backside tail slide with authority.
I guess what can she not do?
I think she's trying to keep, you know, safe stuff for the... Whoa, did she just do a sugar cane? Wow. I don't think I've ever seen her do that trick.
She's that good. Break it out in the finals and keep it going.
That is perfect. Just a treat to watch her. Backside Smith grind.
Still looking at 10 seconds left.
Eyeing up the big centerpiece.
Ooh, back 5-0, dropping it down to 50. So she didn't get the last trick the way she wanted it. Is that going to matter?
I mean, you could argue a backside 5-0 to 50-50 through the kink is still a pretty gnarly trick.
She looks happy enough. Let's take a look at a visible replay here of that front. Well, it was going to be a front hurricane. She didn't get the truck on though. So it's like the old overturned front board.
Yeah.
But then, come on, she follows it up with a kickflip front board, bolts. And here's that ender, back 5-0, drop down to 50. You're right. We'll take it.
She stayed on her board.
So 5.1 to 6.9, still the highest score of the
Gonna hold on to that first score.
No worries. She's way up in the lead. So with the line section in the books, this is the women's final. SLS Las Vegas will be back with single tricks after this. Street League Skateboarding is brought to you by Shoc, a modern performance energy drink created for today's active generation. By Visible Mobile, single line, unlimited wireless, powered by Verizon. By Cariuma, ethics meet performance. And by Tech Deck, start small, go big.
flow of the contest went.
Yeah, without that. I think this event has definitely put the level of skateboarding to another level. Tricks that should have been Hail Marys once in a lifetime have now become something people are absolutely consistent at.
Yeah, and Tim, another thing, we just got our new start list dropped off to us. We do re-rack. Want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, so now we're going to state in the reverse order of where they stand at the moment. So we do back in, change up the order. So Yumika Oda also currently in first at the moment. She gets to skate last at the end, so she doesn't see everybody skating before her. A little bit of an advantage. Yeah, absolutely. That would be happening.
Just over a minute here until we get underway with this single trick attempt. 1 through 4. Top 4 skaters will get a bonus 2.
This is what it looks like to turn a UFC octagon into an SLS pro course. California skate parks handling business out here, doing this so fast, almost as fast as you see on your screen there.
I thought it wasn't sped up. This is sped up?
They're
These guys
good.
are amazing.
True control, true skill, true skate, coming to Steam. Check it out. Oh, look who came to watch the finals. None other than the winningest SLS skateboarder of all time. The great one, Nyjah Huston.
Good to see him out. You know, he's out with an injury right now from competing, but I'm glad he's here to support the women and support the men's final coming up after this.
Yeah, and we wish him a speedy recovery. Can't wait to see him back in SLS. Here is the updated start list. We shuffle them based on the standings after the line section. So Yumika Oda will be coming in first, followed by Pamela Rosa, Momiji Nishia, Hope Hinson, Gabriella Manzetto, Chloe Covell, Funa Nakayama, and Raisa Leal will be skating last and have last look and last crack at everything for the win.
Yeah, and that's a real advantage, too. You can kind of see where the scores are going for certain obstacles. If somebody does something that you can do and they get a good score, look, it's right there for the taking.
Now let's talk about the format here at SLS with the basics brought to you by Tech Deck. There are 2 sections to Street League, the run section and the single trick section. Each skater gets 2 45-second lines, followed by 4 single trick attempts. The best line score and 2 single trick attempts count. They're added together. And then after that, the top 4 skaters will get 2 more tries in the super final. All right, they are ready to skate. Yumika Oda coming in for her first of 4 attempts.
Okay, backside over crooks, Yumika Oda. She's got a lot of ground to make up because of her really low run score. It didn't work out for her, so she's gonna try and fight her way back into this thing.
Yeah, we talked about it before. The name of the game here for any sort of strategy.
Back over crook down that little double set.
Nice pinch.
Here, you're going to have 3 solid scores. Those are the ones that are going to count your top
4.4. Good score. She moves into first, but only because she's the first skater with 2 scores on the board. Pamela coming in next. She had a solid run score. She does have ground to make up.
Gap to lip, so she didn't get it in the line section, which means that she can try it in the best trick section at least, so silver lining.
And that's classic Pamela.
Yeah. She's smart about these SLS formats. She knows how to play the game. Big gap to lip slide. She plays to her strengths.
She's, yeah, right. She's also always willing to go for it. When some skaters might say, I'm not going to step to that obstacle, Pamela will.
Gleefully.
Yeah, 5.6. New leader, Pamela Rosa, for now. As we work our way through, we won't know the real standings until each skater has 3 scores on the board. Momiji Nishia stepping up, saying, hey, I could use that score.
Now, it'll be interesting to see what the judges do because Momiji approached it. She's regular footed from the other side, which has a small incline. There's a small bump on this side, watching the replay. So it helps you lift off, gap to lip, versus Pamela's, which was from the flats. Big flat ollie, big gap out to lip slide. But she's also got to deal with that bear trap right there, that horizontal bar that could catch you. So both are really difficult in their own right.
So Pamela got a 5.6. Momiji gets a 5.6.
Okay, so flat. It's a moot point.
Yeah, I guess so for now. Hope Hinson. Sliding through the kink with the bear trap.
That is exactly what that was.
How do you think that lip slide measures up to Pamela and Momiji's lip
I would
slide?
say that that's a more dangerous trick, but she did
pretty
really,
sketch.
really power slide the landing. Look at this. She moves a whole foot. You know, that's going to dock her points, unfortunately.
Yes. But still, taking a big risk, staying on.
Definitely a difficult trick. Be interesting to see how this one scores as, you know, that roll away not as clean as the judges.
5.7.
They gave her 5.7.
So it's still counted for more than the other two lip slides we just saw.
Yeah, I mean, the risk factor is huge with the one that Poe did versus the big gap out to one.
Next up,
Gabriella, sitting in 8th place. She had a great line.
Back Smith.
That was beautifully done.
Textbook.
Now, the only issue here is that we've seen not a lot of big points being had on that relatively small hubba, but she does this trick so well.
But everybody's going to be watching right now. The judges have to keep that in mind, that that's a trick that most of the competitors can do, and they have to keep their scores calibrated, even though she did it very, very well.
Definitely a lower risk trick, though, 3.7.
But at least it's a score, you know, it's not a 0. Okay, Chloe, looking at the gap right here. What she got? She's coming in regular. Kick flip.
Oh, so easy.
Beautiful.
We saw her do that in prelims yesterday. She's working through the list.
Yep.
So she was in 5th with 1 score on the board. Now she's going to be adding this kickflip to the mix.
Chloe's got such good style. Style beyond her years. Only 12 years old.
.8. Chloe in the top 3.
We're going to see a ton of favorites on the leaderboard.
All right, Funa Nakayama.
Funa Nakayama now.
She has work to do.
She's looking at that big kink hubba in the center. Oh, crook through the kink.
Taking a chance.
That's a really cool trick, yeah. So what happens when you get through that kink, it's going to buck you out forward, and it's almost hard to keep the crooks locked and engaged. It's a really difficult trick.
Current leader, Funa Nakayama. No, sorry, Raisa Leal coming in next with that huge line score, 6.9, and a kick flip back lip like it's nothing for Raisa. Oh, wow.
Here's that replay. Perfect flick, catch, stomp.
Too easy.
Too easy.
How is anybody going to beat that? She's unstoppable.
Also, great outfit, color coordination. Got to give her points on that.
Always.
Right, judges?
You know Jimmy, he's always looking at the outfit.
I don't think your clothing really factors into your scores, but I like to think it does.
It can't hurt. We want to remind you now that the Super Crown is heading back to Brazil to Arena Carioca 1 at Olympic Park in Rio de Janeiro. Brazil is home to some of the best fans in the world, and we can't wait to see what goes down at this year's Super Crown Championship. Tickets are on sale now, so don't wait. This event will sell out. So log on to streetleague.com/supercrown for more information. That's going to be a good one. Wild fans down there.
Oh, I can't wait. Yumika, trick number 2. Kick flip. So we
Beautiful.
saw Chloe get that 4.8,
Yeah.
which is a pretty good score. With Yumika sitting on a 4.4 already, this is good. She's improving her score line.
Yeah, so now is where strategy comes into play. She can say, all right, she's watching to see what other people are doing, what scores they got. If she can do those tricks, throw them down, drop her low score. She's moving on up. After struggling in the line section.
Yeah. Yep, exactly the same score that Chloe Cavell got for the kick flip.
So Yumika is the first skater with 3 scores on the board. Pamela back in.
Wow.
There you go. Gab Smith.
You know, that happened so fast, I almost blinked and it was over.
All right, so Pamela is setting herself up nicely as well.
There's Pamela, that big ollie out, locking in the Smith.
She got the 5.6 for the gap lip slide. Gap Smith is going to get a higher score, you'd imagine.
Yeah.
5.9.
Okay, 0.3 higher score.
So new leader, Pamela Rosa, 3 scores on the board. Momiji in next.
Ooh, trying to gap the front eagle.
That's a heavy move.
Yeah. You know, I almost wonder if Momiji was going a little fast on that one. Just kind of spun out, but you want to clear it. You know, you need to get out to that
You don't
gap.
want to go too slow.
Yeah.
Poe Pinson needs a 5.2 to lead it, move into the lead. That'll do it.
That was amazing. It's really not, you know, a 50-50 is a basic trick, but through a kink like that over a bear trap.
Yeah, that's as gnarly as it gets out here.
Yeah.
We got Vincent Malou out there, Manny Santiago, Christiana Means, giving her props. Perfectly done.
Yeah.
Taking a chance, and it's going to pay off here when that score comes in.
Landed much better, much more clean than the lip slide.
6.0.
Wow.
There you go.
Oh.
New leader, overall score 17.5.
How am I supposed to jump that? She was asking Chloe.
Gabriella got work to do. Needs an 8 for first.
Ooh, kickflip front board. You know, she can do those. She skated great in Brazilian Nationals. Chloe, our 12-year-old competitor from Australia.
A 6.8 puts her in the lead.
To fakie, okay, so she did it to regular in a run, then she brings her around to fakie, which is a different trick technically for the judges.
What do you think? Backboard fakie versus front 50?
Backboard is easier than front 50. Both of them are really scary.
I agree. So Poe got the 6. We'll see where the judges go with this. It's basic, but
Dangerous.
took it to fakie.
Yeah.
But dangerous. So
Yeah.
there's a lot to think about.
I mean, through the kink like that, there's such a hang-up factor. You know, Chloe's got switchboard slides really good too, and I could fathom her doing it switch as well.
Mm. Yeah, switch front board through that.
Yeah.
It's gonna have to be. 4.9. Good score. Good enough to keep Chloe up in that top 4. And that's what it's going to take to move on to the super final. Top 4 skaters advance. Funa Nakayama currently in 8th. Looking for her first single trick score here.
Oh, so close.
That's
She's going
unfortunate.
for it, you know? She's
yeah.
really trying. This is a really hard trick.
Put herself in a corner though now. She's going to have to make both of her remaining tries. And you wonder, do you go back to the crook or do you switch it up? Raisa Leal needs a 4.4 to retake the lead.
Ooh, missed the flick. Do you think she was going for a kickflip back Smith?
She must have been, yeah.
Single trick section.
That got sketchy. She was in a dangerous spot for a minute.
So 2 trick attempts down. 2 more trick attempts to go.
All right, with Poe Pinson up on top, we'll be back. Women's finals when we return. Street League Skateboarding is brought to you by Smirnoff Ice Smash, full flavor unleashed. Please drink responsibly. By Tech Deck, start small, go big. By G-Shock, the official watch of the SLS World Tour. And by True Skate, true control, true skill, true skate. There's your current leader, Poe Pinson from the USA. This is the women's finals of the SLS Championship Tour, stop number 3 from Las Vegas, Nevada. Let's talk about how Street League works with the basics, brought to you by Tech Deck. There are 2 sections to Street League, the line section and the single trick section. Each skater gets 2 45-second runs, followed by 4 single trick attempts. The top 3 scores count, with 1 from the line section. So after that, top 4 skaters advance, and they get 2 more tries in the super final. Those are the basics, brought to you by Tech Deck. Let's take a look at some stats. Highest trick scores of all time. Women's SLS history. See a lot of Japanese flags and Brazilian flags up there. No
and a
surprise.
lot of, you know, seeing it, these are all skaters that are, of all time, still skating in SLS. This is this young crop of skaters. All of them are under 21 years old, even Aori being the oldest out of the field right here. And a lot of these highest women's scores have happened this year in 2022.
Only 2 skaters in the 9 club on that list. Shout out to Skate Sense once again for bringing us the facts. This course has not provided a lot of 9s.
Not yet.
Not yet. It is tough to get a 9 out here.
Yeah, but Yumika Oda knows what it's like to get a 9.4. She got back in Jacksonville. What she got for us right now? Ooh, that's the trick that got her the 9.4. So she knows she's got to really, you know, do all she can right now to regain some points on the board.
Just outside of that top 4 right now.
She's so close. She's knocking on the door. Needs to get in that top 4.
Pamela Rosa coming in next. Trying to drop The 5.6, anything better than that helps her chances, but the 6.6 will put her back on top. Where does she go from here? Back to that double king?
Oh, nose plunge.
Oh, that's a heavy move.
That would be amazing. She came really close right there. Her feet were all on it. She was over it perfectly.
Momiji Nishia in 6th. Looking for her second single trick score. Oh, you see Pamela so frustrated back there. She's got another crack at it.
Yeah.
Momiji in.
Oh, that was so close. Just squirreled out when she put the wheels down.
She's put herself in a tough spot.
Yep.
She has one try to get that third score and try to move up into the top 4.
Okay.
Pope Hinson,
Yeah,
leader.
Leader.
This is a surprise, right?
Florida girl makes the leader at
This
SLS.
is good. Adding some drama here. Great scores so far. 5.8 in the line section, followed by a 5.7 and a 6. Anything better than that 5.7 is going to increase her lead over Pamela Rosa and the rest of the field. Here we go.
Whoa, oh. So I wonder if they're going to count it as a go, because she did jump the obstacle. Something tweaked out on her knee right when she was rolling up to it.
We're going to find out, because
I didn't pop my tail. She here talking.
yeah, that's the standard. Once you pop your tail, you started the trick.
Just a run up. You've done this before. You get one more try, okay?
Well, okay, they're giving her one more try. Rebate.
Good.
Okay, cool. Oh, late shove it over the gap.
That's a risky trick,
Yeah.
but she's in the driver's seat right now. She knows she's got to put it all out there.
Yep.
Gabriella Manzetto in 7th place. Looking for her third score here. Kickflip front floor.
that was
She
so
gets
close.
close. So she's going to have one more try to put that down.
Yeah.
Otherwise, she will not be going to the super final. Chloe Cavell, she's been in a good spot all day long. She already has 3 solid scores. Trying to drop a 4.8.
Coming in switch.
Perfection! There you go.
Wow. There's that in the stands.
That's the second day in a row she's managed to put that down. First try.
She did it even better, I think, today than she did yesterday, Paul. That was completely bold.
Taking another look. Visible replay. Switch flip. Look at the flick. Look at the catch. Look at the landing.
That was perfect.
Couldn't have been better.
Work of art. Chloe Cavell, switch flip.
So that's going to be a huge score.
Yeah.
And again, like we mentioned, she's one of the few people skating switch in any way. 7.9.
Nice.
That's the highest score of the day so far. New leader, 18.8 overall. Okay.
Buna's been trying this crooks on the centerpiece obstacle. It looks like she's moved over and shifted gears to try something else now.
She needs this score.
Yeah. Frontside crooks through the king.
Going for her bread and butter move, the front crook, but that is a tough spot to do it. Across and down.
That's wild. That's a huge score. Front crooks across and down through that.
So she is not probably in any way going to make it to the super final here today. You got to finish in the top 4.
Yeah.
Raisa Leal in that 4th place spot, but she doesn't have her second single trick score yet. Does she get it here?
Gap backflip. There she goes. Gets the score on the board.
She saw what Pamela did. Gap lip, gap Smith. She's like, I could take that backside for even more points.
Yeah.
Here we go. Pamela got the 5-9 for the gap Smith. That was clean. Her bag of tricks is so deep.
Yeah.
Whatever she needs, she can reach in there, pull out gems.
They're all gems, yeah.
6.1.
Yeah.
So Raisa Leal back on top. You're watching the women's finals. SLS Las Vegas Championship Tour, stop number 3. The top 4 skaters will advance to the Super Crown Super Final here today. Yumika Oda in 5th.
Okay, it's a do or die moment for Yumika. Oh, that was so close on the kickflip front feeble attempt. That's going to be her last attempt.
So she is not going to be moving on to the Super Final. All right, Pamela Rosa sitting in that 4th place spot. She's going to want to increase that score, move up.
Whoa, she pulled it.
Does it?
Insane.
Gap nose blunt. What a huge trick.
And she avoided the hubba that took out her knee yesterday. That happened so fast.
Yeah, it did.
She's like a scorpion striking.
Here we go, another look. Wow.
That's got to be a huge score.
Yeah. So, Raisa got the 6-1 for the gap back lip. This is the gap nose blunt. 6-5. Pamela increases her score, but doesn't change her position. But look at the lead she has over 5th place and beyond. So, Momiji Nishia needs a 6.4.
Oh!
She doesn't get it.
Let's clap those hands.
That's unfortunate. Do you think she would have gotten it for the gap to front people?
It would have been probably in that range,
Yeah.
but I'm not convinced that it would have guaranteed her spot in there. Especially after seeing Pamela, what she did.
That's what I was wondering.
So Poe Pinson in 3rd needs a 7-6 to move into the lead.
Late shove it. Poe straight out of 1997. Bringing it back.
4 skaters still to go before our super final is set. Gabriella in 7th. She needs an 8 just to move into the top 4. That is a tall order.
Oh, and then misses the flick, unfortunately, on
And even a kickflip front board wasn't going to get her there, but a valiant effort and great skateboarding from Gabriella Manzetto from Brazil.
It's a pleasure. She has a great attitude about all of this. She's super hungry. I love watching Gabby skate.
Chloe Cavell put the helmet on.
Okay.
Something big must be coming.
Yes. This is a good move, especially for a 12-year-old.
She needs a 5.5 to take the lead.
Oh, trying to switch front 50. And she's in that number 2 spot right now.
Going over the top.
Going to come down to the super final.
Yeah. Okay, got Tommy also on the sideline helping her out there, coaching her.
Funa Nakayama, this is for the love and the homies, because she's not going to move on. Best she can do is 5th. Wow!
She came close. That's so wild.
One more time for the Olympia. Let's hear it for Funa Nakayama.
Up front crooks through that kink, and that the fact that she can even just try that, like she's got that trick on lock, is so exciting, so cool to watch.
Raisa Leal, leader, 19.3 overall score. If she can do better than a 6-1, she'll add to it.
Whoa, I think she was trying the back Smith and went to lip, and still managed to stay on her for it, though.
Yeah, the flat spot. All right, so not going to make a difference there. That fail, Raisa. We will see her in the super final. So there you go, Raisa Leal.
So our super final is set. Top 4, 2 tries apiece. before we crown a new SLS winner here in Las Vegas. Stick around. Street League Skateboarding has been brought to you by Shoc, a modern performance energy drink created for today's active generation. By Visible Mobile, single line, unlimited wireless, powered by Verizon. By Smirnoff Ice Smash, full flavor unleashed. Please drink responsibly. And by Cariuma, ethics meet performance. The Super Crown is heading back to Brazil to Arena Carioca 1 at Olympic Park in Rio de Janeiro. Brazil is home to some of the best fans in the world, and we can't wait to see what goes down at this year's Super Crown Championship. Tickets are on sale now. Don't wait. This event will sell out, so log on now to streetleague.com/supercrown for more information. See you there. Got a great crowd out here. This week, it's VIP only.
Yeah.
We got Ty Dollar Sign. There he is, talking to Deshaun Jordan.
Wow, okay.
Great people.
Yeah. What do you think they're talking about?
Deshaun's talking about yesterday's laser flip.
Yeah.
He's like, man.
You should have seen it.
Yeah.
He's like, maybe write a song about it.
I'd listen to that.
We're going to need you guys to make some noise for them. We're going to reintroduce our super
And then there were four. It's the super final. Top four skaters of the weekend get 2 more tries each.
So let's hear it for Poe Pinson.
Poe Pinson, Pamela Rosa, Chloe Cavell, and Raisa Leal.
We got Pamela Rosa.
And then from Australia.
So the usual cast of characters with Raisa and Pamela, of course. But Poe and Chloe, new blood up in the mix, trying to change the game.
So there you have it, the 4 super finalists.
You know, this is going to be interesting for them, for Chloe and Poe. They've never skated a super final. They're going to get 2 more attempts to try their best tricks to re-rack this podium. See how well they can adapt to this right now.
So Poe will be first to drop.
Raisa has a pretty healthy lead right now over Chloe. And then there's a pretty big gap between Chloe and Poe and Pamela. Poe and Pamela both have 17.5s. Chloe 18.8, and Raisa way up on top with a 19.3 overall score. So it's going to be tough to unseat Risa, but it can be done, of course. Best skaters in the world about to take to the course. Pamela Rosa needs a 7.8 for first.
Now she had that big gap to nose blunt. That was an amazing trick that she pulled out on her best trick attempts.
Even that was only good enough for
Yep.
6.5.
Yeah.
Chloe Cavell with the highest score of the day so far with a 7.9 switch flip. Here we go. Pamela, she's in.
Oh, she's trying to gap to Crooks. You know, that would be a good move for her. Or Crooks gap out because she skates so fast. That centerpiece obstacle, that might get her the score she's after.
Po Pinson, rookie, needs a 7.6 for first.
Okay, I think she's going to stick with the late shove it. She's eyeing the course up over there on that side. Oh,
She's getting closer and
Yeah.
closer. One attempt left for Po. We'll keep it moving. Chloe Cavell.
So Chloe had put the helmet on between the best trick attempts now and heading into the super help.
Skate Sense info over here. 75.8% regular or fakie. 24.2% nollie and switch skating. That's definitely an SLS record. Chloe Cavell coming in for her first of two.
Switch 50.
A 5.5 is all it's going to take
Yep.
for her to move into the lead. She can get that with that switch 50. But she only has one more try at it. But Rice is going to have something to say about it. Current leader, she's trying to drop that 6.1. Anything better than that will help her score. Oh!
Kickflip back Smith.
Kickflip
First
back
trick landed of this whole entire super final.
All right. Trying to drop the 6-1. Here's a look at the visible replay.
Okay, flipping it in, locked it out, landed perfectly. Couldn't have done it better.
Classic Risa. That's why she has been unbeatable.
Yep.
6.9. She increases her already substantial lead. And now we're down to the final tricks here in the women's final. SLS Championship Tour, stop number 3 from Las Vegas. With Risa Leal up on top. Chloe Cavell in second, Po in third, Pamela Rosa in fourth place. She needs an 8.6 to move into the lead. This is her final try.
She goes. Oh, she tried to gap out to that Crooks.
You see how big that obstacle
Huge.
is. She didn't even get her truck onto the ledge.
There was a little hiccup when she hit the roll in there too, I saw. But she went for it anyway. That's kind of how Pamela is, you know, she's all or nothing.
So Pamela will stay in fourth. Po Pinson needs an absolutely massive score to move into the lead.
Oh, stuck on the late shove it again, so Po sitting in that third place spot, can't do any more damage.
2 skaters left. Chloe Cavell, the rookie of all rookies, skating in her first ever SLS event. Here we are in the super final. She has one attempt left. Needs a 6.3 to unseat the champion from Brazil. Here we go.
Oh, she got into the grind, but she didn't make it.
She doesn't get it done, and that means Risa Leal gets her third win in a row here, 2022. She has dominated, and this is just for show. Victory lap.
Kick flip front
Missing
blood
the
attempt,
flick.
but God, Risa Leal takes the win again. And a nap. These two, 12 years old and 14 years old, the future of women's skateboarding progression lives here, right here at SLS. This is incredible.
Risa Leal, has swept the 2022 SLS season. Jacksonville, Seattle, and now Las Vegas as we work our way down to her home country in Brazil next month, Super Crown.
There you have it.
Let's go!
Hat trick on 3
My new baby.
She's got a lot of babies at this point. She's got about 4 babies this year. First place trophies for SLS. Congratulations to all the skaters out there really putting it on the line here. And Raisa Leal, just phenomenal performance here tonight in Las Vegas.
Take a look at some of the highlights. They were all highlights with Raisa. Break it out in the final.
Kickflip from forward.
All day.
Just razor sharp.
So many naps, so tired. Kickflip back, lip. Wow.
Flexing at the UFC Apex Arena.
Take a
what an
look
event.
now at the Championship Tour standings. Final results here from Vegas. Raisa Leal up on top with a massive 20.1 score, followed by the rookie Chloe Cavell from Australia and Poe Pinson from the USA, another rookie. That's your podium. Congratulations goes to all 8 of those skaters, but especially Raisa Leal. 3 wins in a row. What's it gonna take for anyone to unseat Raisa in Brazil next month?
I mean, Raisa is a once-in-a-generation skateboarder. You don't see this kind of talent come along, and once in my lifetime, I've never seen a skateboarder as gifted as Raisa Leal.
Yeah, and when we saw her when she was just a tiny child, you saw it immediately.
Yeah.
It was obvious. Let's send it down to Andrew Cannon.
Raisa, this is 3 wins in a row. How are you feeling after watching Chloe try that switch 50-50, getting so close? How does it feel to win 3 times?
Bom, eu tô me sentindo... eu tô muito emocionada, na verdade, porque 3 seguidos a gente tá treinando muito pra isso. As meninas andaram muito também. E a Chloe, se ela acertasse aquele switch 50, eu acho que eu nunca vi uma menina dando switch 50 em caixote, lá em corrimão também. Então ia ser muito irado. Então eu fico muito feliz mesmo, de coração.
Do you want to say anything to the fans you're going to be seeing down in Brazil next month?
Sim, eu quero agradecer a todo mundo, na verdade, que está assistindo. Muito obrigada, pai, eu tô com saudade. Daqui a pouco a gente vai estar junto no Rio. E, bom, eu espero vocês lá. É isso, valeu.
Congratulations, Raisa.
Here is your Shoc Reach Your Peak moment of the day. Chloe Cavell, switch, flip, bolts. Top single trick score of the day, 7.9. It's huge. Congratulations. Let's take a look at the current overall championship standings. The top 4 skaters are locked to the finals in the Super Crown in Rio. Raisa Leal, Pamela Rosa, Momiji Nishia, and Yumika Oda. Brazil and Japan are a lock. All the other skaters are going to head down to Brazil and battle it out for the remaining 4 spots in that Super Crown final. So what a weekend of women's skateboarding it has been here. And again, a huge congratulations to all the finalists here, but especially Raisa Leal for taking home her 3rd win in a row. So for Alex White, Andrew Cannon, and all of us at Street League, I'm Paul Zitzer. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the men's finals coming up soon.